Welcome back to Quad Shot Podcast, guys. Episode number 4. We're stoked to be here. Energy's up. We're going to stir the pot. We're going to get a lot going on this episode. We don't really have a foundation, but I thought episode 3 went well.
Episode 3 went really well, brother.
It was my favorite one yet.
Favorite one thus far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we're back with episode 4 today.
Episode 4, we're really just going to get in it, and I want to start this one off and just say, tomorrow morning, my boy Roan,
Yep.
he's leaving.
I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I'm leaving Cape Cod.
Across the country.
I'm driving. I'm getting in my little pickup truck, and I'm driving to San Diego, California. So that's big news. Don't worry out there, guys. Quad Shot Pod is still going to be a Quad Shot podcast.
It'll be better.
It'll be even better. I'm going to continue to do it when I'm out there. We're working on that now, kind of figuring out the logistics, but we're still going to be coming to you live every week.
Yep.
So
what's today? Today's a Saturday. You leave Sunday morning.
Yep.
And then, what is that, 5 or 6 days later, Friday, after work, I fly to Denver.
I'm picking up the big man in Denver on the 27th, at the airport. Yep. And we're embarking on quite the journey to San Diego, right? So
one night in Denver.
We're doing one night in the big city of Denver, Colorado.
Shout out Motel 6. We got a Motel 6 for the night.
Baby.
Come on.
Hey, we're starting from the bottom, brother.
Yep, that's right.
But and then we're going to Zion National Park for 2 nights, and then we're going to Vegas, for a night. Yeah. Then we're going to Joshua Tree for a night, and then we're going to end up in San Diego. So we're going to bring you guys along on this journey with us, and hopefully get some vlogs out there. Hopefully. We're definitely going to do a few podcasts on the road.
Okay, so, no, not really vlogs, but pods. So this brings us
to
this is what we wanted to announce to you guys. This is our new idea. This is the new structure that we want to do whenever we get the chance. And basically, we're gonna call it whatever we want. You can call it a travel pod if you want.
Travel podcast, or really, it's just we're gonna be coming to you live on the road.
Yep.
And we're gonna be taking, for example, we go on a hike right in Zion National Park. We're gonna take photos. We're gonna have videos, and then in the pod, we're gonna have snippets on our episode, and we're gonna talk about our experience. Really, what happened during that day, in Zion or wherever else we are around the globe. So it's gonna be kind of little bit of a travel podcast about our experiences, traveling the world.
Dude, it's going to be awesome. As we're talking about something that we did, we can show a clip and you guys will be able to see what we saw. And I think that's super dope. It'll keep you guys engaged. It'll keep the podcast fun. But also it's kind of like a new segment. So besides our usual Quad Shot podcast, sit down and have a topic and kind of let that conversation go wherever it takes us. We'll have more of this is what we did today. This is where we are. This is what we did. And take a look. We got
more
some photos,
content.
We got some videos.
Yeah, well, more material content for you guys.
Different. It's a different type of content, different type of material.
You're right.
And it's going to be really fun because we both love to get out there and get after it and keep the energy up and do fun things.
Just activate people and
explore
every
the
step
world.
Of the way.
You know what I mean? And this is it's really exciting. And I think it's a lot of people don't really have something like this. I mean, maybe they do, but we're going to do it in a different way because we're Quad Shot Pod.
We're Quad Shot Pod, boys.
We're different.
We do it different, brother. And we're onwards and upwards. We're going to keep ascending. And this is our next step in the journey. I'm moving. Quad Shot Podcast is still around and bigger, better than ever.
Yep.
We're still doing it. Okay, that's just to let everyone know.
That brings us to
and we're going to do travel podcast. We're going to do a little bit of a travel podcast for you guys. And then obviously back to regular episodes here and there, so we're kind of evolving as we go, and we're bringing you guys with us, and we wouldn't want it any other way. So
super stoked.
Appreciate it.
That brings us to our next point, which is when he arrives in San Diego and I'm still on the East Coast. How are we going to keep the pod going? Well, basically, it's going to be like a split screen type deal. We haven't decided. Maybe it'll be while he's talking, it's full screen on him. While I'm talking, it's full screen on us. We're going to mesh together the video and the audios. We still will have video, and we still will have audio, and we're looking to expand onto Spotify as well. So, Big Willa. Oh, God. And we're back. So, boom. Yeah, so it's going to be tough kind of connecting our schedules and trying to figure it out with the time difference and stuff like that, but we're going to be as consistent as possible, as consistent as we have been, if not even more consistent than we've been, because that's what we're all about. We're about showing up, no excuses, staying consistent, keeping the energy high, and just building yourself up into the person you are supposed to be. This is what Quad Shot's about. We want to do that for ourselves, and then we want to show you guys how we do it, and maybe you can do it in your own way. And that's how we're all gonna fucking stay on the up and up and improve. And like this is what we do. So yes, it is a bump in the road, but yes, we are going to figure it out. And I believe truly that it eventually is going to become even better than what we're doing now. Obviously, there's gonna be, stuff like that, but it's gonna be different than this, because right now this is pretty good.
Right now it's we're starting off, right? Yeah. We're beginning the podcast journey, and there's not a better way to like kind of dive more into the kind of realm of what podcasting or whatever it is. And we're going to do that with some travel podcasts, put that out there, see how they do, see how you guys like it. Yeah. And I think it'll be very entertaining, very interesting.
Well, dude, it would be fun to just document it, first of all. But
yeah,
we do have other trips planned throughout this off season, as we call it. You'll no longer have an off season. San Diego 75 sunny.
75.
Here on the East Coast, we have the seasons, and they change.
Yeah.
So in our off season,
I'm aware, brother.
We do have. We do have a few other trips in mind. And it's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
And we want to bring you guys along with us.
For sure.
And I think it would be really a really good way to experience travel. And
through the eyes, through our lens, you know?
Yeah.
But we do it good. We do it fun. We have fun. We fucking get after it.
Yeah.
And
so, dude, San Diego, tell everyone a little bit about what prompted you to move, and kind of like your situation when you get out there. You do work the West Coast region for your job. That's your territory. So you're already working those hours. So now that you're going, not necessarily for work, right? But this is also
work's a part of it.
Work's a part of it. What else called you to go out there?
Go to San Diego. Yeah. So I think anyone who's grown up on Cape, who's ever been to the Cape, maybe in the winter, has seen a glimpse of what it's like. Everyone comes here in the summer and they think it's the best place on earth. It is one of the best places on earth. Don't get me wrong, but. Beautiful place. This is home. This Cape's been home to me, since I was like 1. But yeah, obviously grew up here, came back, lived in Maine for a few years after college, lived here this spring into the summer, now into the fall. And I just think I'm ready for a change, ready for something new. Obviously it's a very small town. When you grow up here, you know everyone. There's not a lot of new faces, and I think that's sometimes hard because in a sense, it can become, obviously we make it so it's not stagnant, but there are bits and pieces of the Cape that make you feel like you live in like a box almost. It's just like a bubble. It's just like the same. You go to the same place, you see the same people, and it's just like it doesn't really spark those. I don't know. For me, at least, it doesn't really spark those creative.
Yeah,
kind of juices or
meet new people.
Yeah, and that gets me excited. Is just getting out of my comfort zone. So that's why I moved to San Diego. I also, I work West Coast hours anyway, so kind of an incentive there as well. That's why I'm going out there. But really, the true main reason why I'm going out there is to experience something new, get off Cape, get out of the small town vibes, the BS, and go experience it. I'm single, not tied down. Go try something new. Get out of your comfort zone. I think that's huge. And, I always say this, I can always come back, right? It's not like be all end all, but so that's to answer your question. That's what prompted me to go out there, to see someplace new, to get off Cape, just get out of here for a little bit and meet some new people and try some new things. So that's really why I'm moving out there, and I'm taking the leap of faith. I think it's going to be awesome. And I think you asked about my calling. So I went up to San Diego, been there for like 4 days, I think 2 years ago, and I really, really like the vibe. I like the people, I like the weather, obviously, like really cool spot. And it intrigued me, and it piqued my interest, almost like what else is out, there's a lot more else out there other than, Cape Cod on the East Coast and Northeast. So, I've always kind of, since that trip, I've been like, I want to live in San Diego. I want to go to San Diego. Like I just kind of wanted. I don't know. It's just, this might. I've just kind of always had this something inside me to be saying like just go. Just go out there, try it. Like something is. I just feel like there's kind of light at the end of the tunnel over there. In some form or fashion. I don't know what it's going to be or anything. Someone I meet or experiences I have. Like I just think there's good there for me, and I'm just going to follow that.
So
kind
that
of intuition.
That's a great point, and I feel like. I mean, I've done it in my own life, but I feel like a lot of people don't make decisions like that in their life because they're scared of that big shift, that big change. Because your roots are here and you're uprooting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I have no family, no friends out there. Like,
right.
I'm literally just going. I don't know any. I know I'll probably know 2 people out there.
But dude, you're following your heart.
I am.
You know what I mean?
That's important.
You feel a calling to something, and you're following your heart, and that you have to do that shit because that's how you're gonna stay on the course that you're meant to be on.
To live the life you're meant to live and fulfill your life purpose,
Right.
You've got to listen to your gut instincts. You've got to listen to your heart when it comes to certain things. And yeah, they're scary. They're different. They're going to be hard, but you've got to do them.
Mm-hmm. And ignoring them might leave you in a place of regret.
Guilt.
Regret's a silly thing because
shame. Yeah.
You can always do something about it.
But, yeah. And I think, did I answer most of your question?
You did, and part of my question was also like, kind of, what's your setup out there? Like,
what's my setup? Yeah. So, met my roommate off Facebook Marketplace. Seems like a super cool dude. Living in Pacific Beach, right near the water, right near the ocean. Bunch of cool bars, restaurants. Living in a house, 2-bedroom. Pretty standard, cool setup. Glad I found a cool spot, a good spot, and. Yeah, I'm driving out there. I'm literally leaving tomorrow. We said in the beginning, we're doing the last leg of the trip together. I'm going to meet him out in Denver on the 27th, pick him up, and then we're going to go to San Diego. And that's where the travel podcast is going to come into effect. But,
and dude, I'm stoked because I have been to Denver Airport in passing, so it'll be nice to get out of the airport. I mean, I land at 11 o'clock and then we sleep at Motel 6 and then we leave. But
we get up and
we'll be driving through. It'll be really cool.
The Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, we have a structured agenda and we got I got buddies out in Colorado. Shout out to you guys. Unfortunately, I will be there, but I do not have enough time in our itinerary to come see you guys. Just know that I'm sending love and I appreciate you guys. But
I love that.
Yeah. But, so we do have a set plan, so it'll be nice to drive through that part of the country and experience it.
Yeah, because I've never done that. I've never been out there. Yeah. And I don't think you have.
No, I haven't been. And dude, San Diego, it's going to be such a destination for me because I'm so excited to see what it's like out there.
You've heard great things.
I've heard amazing things. Yeah. I want to try and surf if the surf's good while I'm out there.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to see it. I want to experience it. I love doing that in life, and I appreciate you letting me tag along with you, man. It's gonna be a fun trip.
I appreciate you.
You guys are gonna be there for parts of it as well,
and it'll be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys in tune with that, but it's gonna be good. But yeah, no, I just wanted to applaud you for following your heart, making such a big shift in your life, trusting your gut, and doing this.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
doing this because you don't see that a lot, especially growing up on Cape Cod, like you were saying. It is a bubble, and you do see people kind of sit in that stagnation and kind of just fucking stir in it. And it's a shame. I mean, I'm still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do love it here. I do.
But you have healthy life choices.
Yeah, but I'm not saying other people.
And you get out of your comfort zone in different ways.
I'm not saying other people don't. And
but you see it.
Everyone has their reasons for doing, staying or going or whatever. But I just wanted to applaud you in that. And,
thanks, brother.
I think it's an amazing thing, and I hope you inspire somebody to follow their
take that leap of faith. I mean,
take a leap of faith.
Yeah, listen to your gut. I mean, that's the strongest fucking feeling or energy. What would you even call it? Strongest, your gut instinct. I don't know. Your compass. It's almost like your internal compass, and it's telling you what to do, what you need to do to live the life you were meant to live. And I think I just think you have to follow it because someday you're gonna look back or if I stay here a few more years on Cape, I might not never leave, and I might not experience this drive across country or this time out west, and I think that's important to do now while we're young, and just live and enjoy your life because, you never know when, it's going to be all taken from you, or you never know. We could die tomorrow.
100%.
You never know when you're going to go. So I think doing it now, and I think it's easy to make excuses like, no, I can't go. I got this, I got that. But if you really want to do something and you won't let anything get in the way. You know what I mean? And I think like sometimes you just need to take that risk, that leap of faith. And obviously it's harder. It's easier to say for me because I already have a job out there and I work remote. So it's a sweet gig. But I'm just saying in general, I think like your mind will always come up with an excuse to be like, oh no, I'll put it off to tomorrow. I'll do that another day. Like I think it's important. I think the whole gym thing, right? I think people who don't go to the gym were like, people will go like to the gym right after like New Year's resolution will go like hard for like a week and then stop because they'll come up with some excuse like, oh yeah, I'm fit, like I look good today, and or like, oh no, I'm sore, I'm tired, like no, I got other shit to do, I got to take care of this, that. If you really care, you'll find time. Yep. And I think our whole motto with this Quad Shot podcast and what the lives we want to live and inspire other people to live is just show up for yourself. Don't make fucking excuses. And follow your heart and chase your dreams, because that's what life's about, and it's worth living. It's really worth living. And like, we're gonna be in the ground or cremated or 6 feet under at some point down the road, and we're not gonna, none of these worries or thoughts that we have now about people liking us or this person or that person. It's not gonna matter, right? What matters is the life you live, the people you inspire, the generations that come after you, what you can do and what you've done for them to provide them with, a sense of inspiration as well. And just like being a good family man, treating people well, having integrity with everything you do. I think that's how to live a fulfilling life. Right. And I think, a lot of people lose sight of that. And I think it's extremely important to understand that we're not here for a very long time. And yeah, just go chase your fucking dreams. And I guarantee you that even if they don't work out, you'll learn a lot in the process and learn a lot of things like coping mechanisms, how to handle adversity, what to do in certain social situations. Like you'll know so much more about yourself and who you are as a person, why you were put on this earth. If you chase your dreams and if they don't come true, so what? You still know who you are and learn more about who you are. And
well, dude, it's all preparation. Yeah. It's all preparation.
Yeah.
It's all growth.
Yeah.
You don't stop growing.
Never.
Until you die. That's every day. And that should at least be the way you should try and live your life, because if you reach a certain point in plateau, what kind of life is that? You want to grow, aspire to grow every single day until the day that you die. And you should want to do it for yourself. You should want to show up for yourself, no excuse. And you should want to show up for other people. And the only way that you're going to show up for other people in that positive way, in that intellectual or whatever way you need to show up in that certain situation, the way you're going to show up for them is all about how you show up for yourself. So that's what it really comes down to, that foundation that you have for yourself. And I really appreciate what you just said. All of that was fucking awesome. And I think it's so true. It's so true. And we can keep fucking hammering that nail. We can keep hammering that nail. We can say this every fucking episode, and you can listen to it every time, but the only person who's going to make that change is yourself. You are the only person that can change yourself. No one is going to fucking pick you up off of the ground and tell you everything's going to be okay and change you for you. You're the only person who can change you. So let's get real for a second. Like, that's just the dead honest truth. Fucking change for yourself. You are worth it. You are always worth it. You have to love yourself, and you have to see your worth. And that's what's going to cause that shift. That's what's going to cause that change. That's what's going to make you start doing these things for yourself, because you are worth it. And now you're going to inspire all these other people around you. The people that you love are going to start looking at you like, oh my gosh. That they're going to feel that energy that you bring. They're going to feel that positivity that you bring. And that's all that stuff. Like, it's just, let's just be real. Let's be real.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was good. That was a good little tangent.
Yeah.
But I think well needed.
I wanted to wrap all the way back to Cape Cod. And it brings us to our point. We just did a podcast
True. Cape and Islands podcast.
We were guests on a podcast.
Yep.
Cape and Islands podcast. Shout out Trove. Shout out Clark.
Yeah. Clark's the man.
His business is Trove in Orleans.
Right next to Joe Mama's in Orleans.
Yep. Super dope guy. Super dope shop.
A lot of local art and artists there.
Yep, dude. So that podcast, we got to send them some headshots of ourselves for the thumbnail picture.
When it comes out.
It is audio. I know he's on a bunch of different platforms. You can find it on like Spotify and stuff like that. But it'll be coming out a week from today, like October something.
Yeah.
A Saturday.
No,
Saturday.
I think it's like September 28th.
Okay, so end of September. Yep, look
September
out.
28th.
We'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, Cape and Islands podcast. We'll put it in our link or in our bio or something.
But just
check it
to
out.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it real quick. Like,
sure.
He had a really, really nice podcast setup, and it was awesome to see and actually experience it. The microphones on the stands, the shit you see when you watch other podcasts, like
the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, it was very professional. He had a lot of like high quality equipment, and it was awesome. And he's starting out. He's doing his thing. He listen to the podcast. He followed his heart, and he trusted his gut, and he made huge life decisions. And now he's doing what he loves to do. And it was so awesome.
It was great to hear that. I didn't expect that. I didn't know he was in corporate.
Right.
And he moved to the Cape, and he opened a boutique and in a gallery, in an art studio. And
now he's doing podcasts, and he realized how many cool people he meets throughout the day just by being next to Joe Mama's coffee
and
shop.
that's how I met Clark. I went in there one day. I was shooting the shit, talking to him after a cup of coffee, and wicked cool guy. And we were just talking about, and we became pretty cool. And I told him I was moving, and I was like, hey, me and my buddy just started a podcast. We would love to hop on and just Cape and Islands podcast, and we would love to do it. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So that's how it came about.
It went well.
Yeah, it went well. It was a great
Super
podcast.
stoked.
He basically was asking, how we met. We told you guys that, but and then what our inspiration, which we just kind of touched on in the beginning of behind starting our podcast, obviously. And it was awesome. He gave us a lot of great tips, a lot of great advice on how to make it work when I'm in San Diego and you're here.
Yeah.
Super awesome podcast, very insightful.
Yeah. So as
Yeah.
it comes to the equipment, he kind of like let us in on a couple of things. Like, I got this, and this. You guys should improve this, and this about your podcast. Constructive criticism. I always tell you guys this. We appreciate it. We welcome it. We want it. And he gave us some. And now we're looking at all these. Obviously, this isn't like the tip-top end goal for Quad Shot Podcast. We needed to start, and we needed to just do something. So this is what we're doing. But now we have a bunch of equipment that we're going to be getting in the near future. And it's going to improve our audio quality. It's going to improve the whole quality and experience of our podcast. And appreciate Clark for giving us some insight on that. And he also gave us some insight on how to get our podcast on the Spotify and stuff like that, and like a good way to do that, a good site to do that on. And it will probably just be MP3, like just the audio on Spotify, but we will still be supplying the video on YouTube. Because I think the video is a really important part.
Yeah.
To see us just kind of fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's important. It's important. So, yeah, the podcast went really, really well. I was stoked to just to experience that because it's so cool. Like, we're
Never been on a podcast before.
Yeah, we're guests on a podcast, and it's really community based, and like I felt like it was a really good thing for our community to do that, and I'm so happy that he's there for our community in that way to do that as well, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that he even wanted us on. Like, obviously, like, we didn't like, create we're not Steve Jobs, you know what I mean? But like, I think it's cool that just like two guys who are looking to lead other people down and live a better life and elevating our own lives, like just by starting a podcast and taking little steps here and there to improve our quality of life. I think it's cool that he recognizes that, and he was like, yeah, dude, let's go. I'd love to have you guys on. I think that shows truly who he is, what kind of guy he is, and yeah, man, we need more people like that. Just wicked, open, cool, accepting, which is like, yeah, let's roll with it. Let's see what you guys got.
And we're gonna do another one with him. We're gonna do another one
in like 2 years.
In the future,
we're gonna go back and we're gonna kind of full circle moment. So
we'll
shout out to Clark at Trove. Awesome guy. Please support his business at Trove Cape Cod in Orleans, right next to Joe Mama's. And then check out Cape and Islands podcast on September 28th. Aiden and I will be on there talking about Quad Shop podcast and Cape Cod. And yeah, that's what we got. So
yeah, much love. Go support him. Love that. You know, it's just like it's all about community, guys. Let's support each other. Let's be real with each other.
Too much hate and fucking bullshit in the world today, man. Just
dude, that's it. This is why we fucking do what we do.
Yeah.
We have to be that knife that cuts into the hatred. We have to be the knife that cuts into all the fucking bullshit in this world. Because there's a lot of people out there doing it. Why can't we do it too?
Exactly.
I feel like it brings me joy. It makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose on this earth when I help somebody. When I can uplift somebody, make them smile, make them laugh, improve their life. And like I said, it comes back to me. How am I showing up for myself? So how can I show up for all these other people if I don't do it for myself? And that's why we do what we do, man.
Yep.
That's why we do what we do.
Emergency press conference from episode 4. It is about, what time is it? 7 p.m.?
It's 7:13.
It's around 7:13. As soon as this fucking podcast is over, we're driving to a coffee shop.
Hot Chocolate Sparrow.
And I am going to get a Quad Shot iced latte. Just because.
I think I'm going to go Quad Shot too. It's a Saturday night.
We got Goggins.
So, oh yeah, dude. We still have to go for our run today.
Yep. Goggins, baby. Carry the fucking boats.
Hey, it's dark out. It's 7:14, as we just said. It's dark out. And it's cold, and it's raining, and the wind is whipping. Dude, that reminds me. I wanted to bring up something. So if you guys are watching this, that means you're a real one. That means you also follow our Instagram.
Yeah.
We've been posting. Been posting stories on our Instagram.
Yeah, just fucking of us running. Not of us running, but
if it made you laugh or smile, or if it fucking fired you up, then we did our fucking job.
Or if it made you cringe, it's all
That's
good.
fucking fine too. I don't give a shit. Listen. It's all about the fucking energy you bring to the table. We did that. Yesterday, we fucking ran 5 miles in soft sand and 30-mile-an-hour winds. We were getting sandblasted. We were getting pelted by fucking rain. Carrying a log.
Like a fucking seal, John.
Over our shoulders. For no reason. No one else is on the beach. There's no one in the beach parking lot. But we showed up to the fucking beach and we ran 5 miles carrying a log.
We went Goggins, baby.
Now, if I told somebody that, they'd probably say, good for you. But the fact that no one else is doing that shit, that makes me so happy. Okay? That's the type of shit I like to do. Weird shit. Shit that no one really else is doing, and you do it just because no one else is doing it.
Dude, that's the thing,
but
though.
But also, we do
that's
it
an
because
amazing thing. It's not weird.
At the end of it, dude,
you feel so accomplished.
You feel accomplished. You feel like...
positive self-esteem. Like, you feel good about yourself.
We did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, at the end, when we had that fucking log... We saw the fucking finish line.
And we were just going.
Just fucking threw it, and then we went for a swim, and then we got back in the truck, and we were fired up. Like, yeah. That last stretch sucked. It was shitty.
Yeah.
It was shitty. Your back was fucking bleeding from the log at one point.
Yeah,
It was shitty, but it was so fun. It was so fun. And I hope that you guys have someone out there in your life, like I have Ron, that you can go do this shit with.
Yeah.
And if you don't, no excuse. Still go and do it by yourself. What we want to implement is kind of funny. Like when he's out in San Diego, I'm going to post a story of some like crazy shit that I did. Winter's coming, so there's a lot of opportunity to do some weird shit.
Polar plunge, everything.
Yeah. And I'm just going to shout him out on the story. I'm going to be like, oh, San Diego boy, what are you doing over there? Fucking, you know what I mean?
John, I'm right here, fucking up my run.
So yeah, no, I just wanted to like kind of talk about those stories. And I know they're funny, but... it's real shit. It's genuine shit. Like, we went and did that. We're going to post it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Yep.
Get fired up. Are you kidding me? Go do that shit. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I think we're done both fucking caring about anything. Like,
dude,
we're just on.
If you're worried about other people, what other people think about you, it's going to hold you back in life.
It's going to hold you back. It really is.
And the people who stand out the most are the ones who do things without a care. about what people think
Yeah.
about you.
Yep.
And it's not like we're doing some menacing thing.
Yeah, it's good.
You know,
We're
it's a good thing.
Yeah, we're taking care of ourselves.
And if
it is a good
that
thing.
affects you in a negative way, then
It doesn't.
you don't have to indulge in it. But it's there for people to indulge if they want to, and I think it's pretty great. But yeah, so episode 4, basically just updating you guys on kind of what's to come, and then in the middle there, we kind of got deep, we got real, we fucking talked some shit, and I like that. That was good. That was really good. I think we're probably around where we usually cut it off. It might be a little bit shorter of an episode today, but we're a little low. We need to go get some coffee, and we need to...
Yeah, and go fucking...
But guess what? We fucking showed up, motherfuckers. We're here.
Yeah.
We did the pod.
We did it, man.
That's
Check it
it.
off the list.
I thought it was a good episode overall, and I'm really, really excited to bring you guys the
travel vlog, boys.
The travel pod.
And girls.
It makes me so excited because I have this deep sense of adventure in myself, and I love going out and doing these things. And back in the day, I used to do a bunch of like travel vlogs with my buddy. Shout out Nick, and a bunch of my buddies. You know, we did it, and it was just a passion of mine that I really, really love.
And now you're getting back into it,
and this is a way to kind of get back into it.
It's awesome,
but
man.
in a different way. And it's gonna be great. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fantastic.
I think that's a great place to wrap up, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 4, Quad Shot Podcast. Check out, we'll put it in our link when it's out, Cape and Islands Podcast with Clark and Trove. Check it out on Spotify. We'll be on that September 28th. And then, I'm moving tomorrow, so...
Oh, good. This is a good point. So, there will be kind of like this period of time
between our now and our next episode that's going to be uploaded, but we're coming
because I have to collect all of the videos and all of the podcasts, and I won't be able to post it because my computer's at home. So we're gonna get a bunch of podcasts, maybe 3 or 4 while we're on the road, and we'll just slowly post them when I get back. So there will probably be like a 10 to 12 day period where we might not have a pod out. But just know that we are filming, we are showing up, and we're doing what we need to do to provide for you guys what you want to see.
Yep.
And super stoked. Appreciate you guys. Episode number 4. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll throw some snippets out there, and we'll keep those stories coming.
Yeah.
We'll keep those stories coming. Quad Shot Podcast. We're out of here. Let's go.